Hey YouTube, welcome back. In today's video, I'd like to talk a little bit about autism and sometimes having to take breaks. Um, and sometimes I can have a hard time moving on from one project. So let's say for an example, I can hyperfixate on things. I don't have anything written today, so I'm just kind of going off the cuff. I can hyperfixate on things. I can go like an animal for like 3 days straight, cleaning my room, shampooing the carpet, doing everything that I have to do. Just like it's like wow, I'm getting things done, and then I'll have other days where there's just like no production whatsoever. And my dad and I were totally different. Me, I like to have a schedule. I like to have a plan. Tomorrow from 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to have my breakfast, I'm going to comb my hair, I'm going to take a shower, whatever it is, and then at 2 o'clock, and I understand that sometimes schedules don't always work out perfectly, but there's a plan, there's a commitment, you stick to it, and I like that. But then there's other times when I just have to go for it seems like I disappear. I'll disappear for 4 or 5 days, and people are like, "Where have you been?" It's like, well, I was overstimulated, I overexerted myself, and I needed to just really just take a break and just read all day long. And so, it's really hard for me to. And another thing, that happens is, what a lot of people don't understand is for autistic people and friars and autistic people, we do have access to an extra day of week between Sunday and Monday called Plutoday. So sometimes, when it doesn't always everything that Michael might be in Plutoday, which some which is either means that I'm in my room hyperfixating on something and I'm having a hard time moving on, doing the same thing for like hours and hours and hours, whether it's cataloging my garbage pail kids or going through my baseball cards, collector's items, and just being with my stuff. I can definitely go into my own world where I don't return texts, I don't return phone calls, and I will. I always get back to people. It's just not always instantly. And then other times I'm right there. It's just really I sometimes I'm there, but sometimes I get overstimulated. I need a break. It's really just it's tough. So that kind of explains sometimes like people will be like, "Where have you been for a couple of days?" It's like, well, I've either been overstimulated and just giving myself a break, or I've been hyperfixating on something and doing a project. And it usually, when I do a project, I go all out and it comes out great. Like once a year, it for example, my room right now is absolutely filthy. I need to once a year. I like to pull everything out of my room, and I mean everything. I mean bed on the floor in the living room, mattress and stuff. And I dust the walls, I dust the fan, I dust all the knickknacks, and I have a lot of knickknacks and stuff like that. And I shampoo the rug once a year, every July, first week of July, and wasn't able to do it this year because of my hands. And now that I got this hand kind of fixed, it's it's real numb here. I actually see my surgeon tomorrow for the follow up, and I did get an electric shock going down the arm a couple days ago, so I'm very disappointed about that. I will be talking to my surgeon for the follow up tomorrow. So I think this year, in lieu of actually shampooing my rug and everything, I'm gonna have to do something because in the next couple of weeks the winter's coming, and I have a turtle, have a box turtle, and she from the first week of October until the last week of April. She lives in my bedroom with the heat lamp, so she doesn't hibernate or anything like that. She's got a 75-gallon tank with the T-Rex, coconut dirt substrate that she can burrow herself into and logs and everything else. But from the first week of June until the first week of October, she lives in our back enclosed porch in her 75-gallon tank because she just absolutely hates refrigerated air. Her eyes start to get swollen and stuff like that. She just does not do good with refrigerated air. So part of the year she lives outside. But before I'm about to bring her back in, and I'm just going to have to do something with my room. So I think I'm still going to try to pull everything out and at least vacuum or something like that. But knowing me, I'm probably going to get the carpet shampooer out. And knowing my mom is just, I have the best mom in the whole world. I'm sure we're gonna end up shampooing the carpet. And though my hands are still in limbo or something like that, I mean, I just dusted my room like a couple of weeks ago, and it's like already back. I don't. It's just it's it's bad, and it's so I'm gonna be doing that. So I guess I'm just rambling today, but I just wanted to, sometimes because people will be like, well, where have you been? What have you been doing for a week or whatever? It's like, well, I've either been working on a project or I've just been giving myself a break because as autistic people and people with ADHD, if we just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, we will burn out. And I can do it, but at what expense to my mental health? So sometimes we need to know when to just stop, pull back, take a break, and just have a day where we do nothing but maybe listen to music or read or something that's enjoyable to us so that I can rest my mind and come back. And because, life for me isn't exactly a sprint. And I've learned the hard way with some of, the previous jobs that I had, especially before I knew that I had autism or before I, really learned about autism. And I'm constantly learning about autism. I still have so much to learn. Um, but I would go and go and go and go and go and go, and my bosses would be like, "Can you come in on this? We need you to come in on this day." And I'd be like, "Go, go, 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 go." And then you know what? After 6 months, I would just quit my job. I have to remember that this is a marathon, not a sprint. So as we're getting ready to, get my hands fixed and get me into a job and stuff like that, on one hand, I have responsibilities and sometimes I just have to suck it up, but it's got to be a balance between knowing how to care for myself because this is going to be a marathon, not a sprint. Well, I just wanted to, share a little bit of just some random thoughts. I had nothing really prepared for today. But mostly it all started out when when I was thinking about Plutoday. It's like, autistic people, autistic neurodivergence in general, ADHD, autism, any other form of neurodivergence, and friars. We have access to an extra day called Pluto Day between Sunday and Monday. So sometimes if you don't find us, we're probably having a Pluto Day. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day, people.